Alright, hey, we're back. Okay. So, what are you having the mook do now?
I think we're pretty much just like having him take his mooks. Well, his mooks are potentially gone, but we're basically like he is going to tell his bosses or whoever that, you know, they won, intruders taken care of. They took some losses. That's pretty much it. And also he's sending Nathan's message along to his boss.
Okay. So he's gonna head towards the car?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll walk down
I'm going to precede him down the stairs and tell Dawn to kind of hide whatever she's been doing to whichever body she's been doing it to.
Okay. What have you been doing to that guy, Dawn?
Feeding.
I was eating some of him.
How much?
Just a little. It's only 2 points.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
He had taken no lethal before because I think you just bludgeoned the crap out of him.
Yeah, I ran into him and he went to the ground and he stayed there.
When Dawn hits something, it doesn't get back up.
No.
It does not.
Not most of the time.
Okay.
Then I guess we...
You'll be just like, well, can't you just be like licking his like, nom, 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 nom. Okay,
Yeah.
healed up. There we go. Don't know anything about it. We're good. Okay. The other mook will walk down towards the car. After a little bit, the car will start up and drive away, leaving no vehicles except your own down there. As
they came in 3 vehicles.
No, you saw 2 vehicles drive up.
Okay, when we were taking a look, did I see the additional 3rd vehicle?
No, you heard a 3rd vehicle leaving then, at that point in time. In
Okay,
fact,
so
you don't know if your vehicle's down there at all, actually, at this point in time. You see a vehicle leave.
Okay, so I saw 2 vehicles leave earlier. And we hear him leaving in a 3rd. Okay.
I'm zipping my ass down to the parking lot to make sure that our vehicle is still there.
Okay. Your car is still there. But there is signs that something happened down here. There are 2 bodies lying down here, bloody.
Are any of them particularly ugly on one side?
No. They look as though they've been torn apart by some kind of animal.
Nice.
That sort of makes sense. Okay. I'm checking my phone. Are there any further messages from Samuel?
No.
Not yet.
You are getting better signal down here, though.
Okay.
And all of a sudden you get a flood of my messages.
Uh-huh. Alright, then I'm going to send a message to Samuel. How was the party?
Give me perception awareness.
Oh, I don't like that.
Or alertness. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, you've been saying awareness the whole time. We've just been rolling with it.
Yeah.
You hear.
Son of a bitch. Okay. I'm going to find his phone.
In one of the torn apart mook's hand is a familiar looking phone with a fractured screen as if something had impacted it, covered in kind of his blood.
His Samuel's or his...
Samuel's phone seems to be in his hand.
No. Samuel's blood or his blood?
You can't tell?
Just blood.
Just blood.
Damn it.
In the meantime, I guess Dawn and I should start cleaning up these bodies, move them into the forest.
Alright. I guess I'll run my ass back up the path. God damn. I'm glad I'm in good shape.
You're glad you don't have a stamina.
No, I actually do have stamina.
I mean, you're undead. You don't have to worry about your muscles getting worn out.
Yeah, or getting out of breath.
Yes.
Because I already am. So, I'll get back up there. Samuel appears to be missing, and he appears to have taken out 2, and that appears to be the origin of the 3rd car that we heard. Our car is still there. Shit, I didn't check for keys.
Hopefully they're in there. Who had the keys in the first place? Who was driving? Samuel was driving. Okay.
Samuel was driving, but I always keep the extra pair.
All right. So if nothing else, we do have a way to leave. Where did the 3rd car come from? Who was the 3rd car? Dun, dun, dun.
Presumably, some combination of a priest, a woman with guns, a construction worker, and some number of mooks.
Could be. I think either way, we should probably deal with this later.
Yes.
We need to worry about now.
Yes. What do you think? Should we bring the hunters with us? Or should we leave them in the forest? Because they know what happened.
Yeah.
Much more specifically.
And
Then-
we need to come back.
And we do need to come back here.
Do we still... We have some time. Do we have time to explore this place before we leave? Before daybreak?
I think that perhaps we should.
Likely to be additional guards.
Once they realize that something's happened here, yes. Alright. Shall we...
Yeah, I think we just dump all the bodies in the forest. We can try waking one of these guys up for questioning if we want, but...
Well, let's see what we can find in the hidden area, and if nothing proves useful, perhaps we should come up and attempt a questioning. Although we do also, at this point, need to find Samuel, and we also, at this point, need to get back.
I'm going to mention the stuff I discovered prior to all this happening, the scuff marks, movement on this first floor, footsteps that just disappeared, etc. So there might be something here as well, in addition to this tunnel that you guys found.
Shall we do a brief investigation around here and see what we can find?
Might as well.
All working together?
Sure.
Would that be perception investigation?
So checking up here in the castle proper? Sure.
Because there was, when I first did the check here, and there was the recent footsteps. And...
Yeah. Sure, go ahead. Perception investigation, we'll say. Alright, I mean, you can kind of find the same signs that you found before. With all of you kind of combined looking over, what you get the feeling is there's been people searching the area.
This first floor. Because the footsteps didn't go up to the second floor at all.
No.
They were just centered on this first floor.
Alright. Well, then I think we should investigate that hole.
I'm on it. Let's move the rocks.
Okay.
And with all those rolls, we don't find anything unusual here, just the scuffs.
You can find signs that they've been moving a lot of the stuff and looking around. You yourself don't find anything. So,
Are there any... What kind of furniture is here?
as I said, it was just like stuff that's on display. Maybe
Yeah.
it looked like things that would have been here in a previous lifetime. Not like really well furnishing, because this place is pretty open to the elements, so it's like,
Yeah.
Wooden hardy furniture, the kind of thing, so that would...
Or stone.
There's no
Still-
rug or desk or
No
anything?
real like rug. There might be a desk, but if there's nothing on the desk, it's sort of like, here is an old desk,
Alright.
Doesn't this look period?
Yes. This
Alright.
is the kind of stuff they might have used in the era of Mr. Dracul.
Dracula.
Alright. So
Alright.
Dawn can move the rocks out of the way, and behind it seems to be a old tunnel, completely dark.
I'm gonna turn my
Anyone got a
flashlight on my phone.
So you're
What,
like,
my phone?
Oh, I still got Eyes of the Beast on.
you do still have Eyes of the Beast on.
And a good thing it's still on, too.
Yeah, because I couldn't toggle it back on. Actually, come to think, am I able to turn it off?
Probably. Because you don't have to spend blood to turn it off.
Okay.
You just can't spend blood for anything. So any ability that would require you to spend blood, you can't use.
Okay. All right. Well, do we want Dawn to lead the way with the flashlight, or me with night vision?
Perhaps it would be best if you led the way with night vision, because if you notice anything in particular, you can then cloud it, whereas Dawn, I suppose, could club it.
Do that. And he can't.
I can't use
Oh,
any.
that's
Well,
that's
actually,
true.
do I know that I can't use my abilities?
Did you try to heal earlier?
I have not.
Because you can't do that either.
Yeah, because I
Spending
haven't
blood.
actually tried to use any abilities. Leslie hasn't. So he doesn't actually know that he can't do anything.
You felt like he did something strange to you, like earlier. You know.
Yeah, but I don't
beyond
know
that,
what.
Yeah.
Still, working off that theory, you would be able to cloud everything if you are able to see something, and it will be significantly less noticeable for a pair of red eyes rather than a bright LED.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And we can just use your phone on the ground rather than pointing it forward.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You head into the first tunnel, which goes about 20 feet in before making kind of a corner. This corner goes for about another 20 feet before it comes to a old wooden door that looks damaged, kind of falling off its hinges a little bit. It looks as though this entire tunnel has taken some kind of damage. Like the slide that probably collapsed the entrance seems to have damaged the structure here, but it still seems to be standing.
Does the door appear to be holding up the tunnel, or is there a frame around it?
There's a frame around it.
Okay.
Is the door locked? Can we open it?
You can open it, sure.
All right. I'm gonna crack it open, take a look through.
All right. There's an old room in here that seems to have clay urns of various types kind of spread out around the room. Some of them have been kind of smashed open or just empty at this point in time. There's cobwebs, kind of dust all over the place.
All right. I'm gonna call the other two forward.
I'm gonna start looking in the urns.
Yeah.
Okay. They seem to be pretty well sealed up, but kind of breaking the seal. One of them seems to have dust in it.
That's a dead person. Yep.
But no, I mean it's like a large urn,
Oh.
so it's just filled with a lot of dust. When I
It's a
say
lot of
clay
people.
urns, I mean 4 foot
I'm picturing the
tall urns.
Skyrim urns.
Yeah, the
to be
big
honest.
Skyrim
Yeah.
urns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just full of dust.
And then it's just this room by itself.
It just seems to be.
I'm gonna stick my hand in the one with the dust and see if there's anything else in there.
You just get this kind of dust out. You just kind of it just falls off your hand.
Ugh.
Hmm.
Well, I tried.
Yeah.
Another one seems to be filled with maybe water. And another one has what looks like the remnants, when you those seem to be kind of more well sealed than this one. They all seem pretty well sealed. One of them has a very good seal, and kind of when you break it open, there's a thick, black sludge in here.
My hand is going in.
Okay. All right.
Going and sticking her hand in every single one of these. She's watched enough TV to know something's in one of them.
Usually you plunge your arm in. It's gooey. Okay. Does one of you have the enhanced senses? Is that Auspex, right? Level 1?
That would
I
be
don't.
Samuel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
Oh.
Samuel.
Well, then,
He's missing.
you can still kind of smell. It's acrid, whatever this is. You can kind of tell it's acrid.
Nice.
Acrid, like smoke acrid, or
Just kind of almost burning nostrils, kind of acrid. Except,
I'm gonna.
anything to Dawn's arm.
it doesn't seem to be doing anything to Dawn's arm. It's just yucky and gooey.
Did the water do anything to Dawn's arm?
No, it just seemed to be water.
Okay.
Dip it back in the water and wash the slime off.
Okay.
I'm gonna search around the edges to see if I can find any openings or doors or swords if they happen to be lying around.
Okay. All right. Taking a search around, you'll notice that it seems like one of the torch sconces, which has a old burnt out torch in it, seems to be on some kind of movement system.
Everyone ready for a potentially secret door?
Hang on a second. I'm gonna take a look around in the room. Is there a bookcase?
No bookcases.
Oh.
Duck
What is in the
behind
room specifically? It's the urns, a torch sconce.
A couple of torch sconces, which one of them seems to be able to move. That seems to be actually it. Just the whole this room just seems to be filled with these urns.
Is it
like
like a stone wall, or is it like a
Yeah, it's like
built
stone
wooden-
walls, like it's like huge stone. So it's like it's been actually constructed. The walls around it.
Okay.
All right. How about we all stand by this sconce, just in case?
Sure.
Movies and whatnot, you know.
Yep.
I've seen those. Chink.
All right. So the center of the floor, where kind of like where things are out of the way, and because like you just chunk, as then it kind of drops down, revealing a spiral staircase. Like it goes kind of like clunk, 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 clunk for a little bit, in like a big circle, like as if like each of these is dropping down into place.
Excellent.
Let's go.
Leslie, me, Dawn.
Sure.
Let's
I'll
go.
lead the way. I'm gonna walk stealthily, carefully down, just in case.
Okay.
Just like, and using Eyes of the Beast to keep an eye out if there's any odd thing that might be stepped on or anything. Just looking for anything.
Okay.
There's the stealth.
All right. So you kind of like move stealthily down through this area, and you kind of will move all the way down to the bottom of this staircase, which will go down quite a ways, actually, into the darkness. When you get to the bottom, you'll find yourself in a kind of like large hallway of some kind. And what strikes you is there's signs of battle in here.
How recent?
But old. There's skeletal remains. There are old rusted weapons kind of lying about.
Ooh.
Someone's gonna find
All right,
herself
I'll
a
head back
new
up.
sword.
Head back up and bring him down with me.
Okay.
And I
Alright.
guess take a better look around this area now. I'm not just peeking in from the stairwell.
Why don't you scout ahead while we're investigating this area?
Fair
Just to
enough.
speed things up a bit, as time is an issue.
Do I see any other areas, or is this room? Is this...
The
It's a
hallway
hallway.
goes on for a while.
Alright, I'm going to continue heading further down on the hallway while they're at checking out the entrance area.
You count probably a couple dozen bodies of various kinds, all kind of broken apart, signs of damage to some of the walls and stuff. It looks as like whatever happened here was an intense combat.
But a long time ago.
A long time ago, yes.
And everything's turned to bone by now, right?
Yes. Bone or dust.
Ah. That's what I was actually going to check. Because, yeah, vampires, once they die, they just dustify, right?
It's more based on their age. It's kind of like rapid aging. So if you're like very ancient, you'll kind of try to turn to dust. But like if you're more like you guys might be new enough that you wouldn't. You need a couple hundred years behind your belt to start really aging very rapidly.
Okay. Well, how many years ago were...
A couple
You're
centuries.
saying like swords and shields and...
So it's like maybe not quite 1,000 years. I have to remember exactly when Dracula was around. So like let me check this out.
I want to say 1300s?
Might be.
Medieval period is the 5th to 15th century. Start date 476 AD.
Yeah, but Vlad the Impaler was born 1428, lived through 1431,
Yeah.
or 1477.
So he was the back end of the medieval period. So
Yeah.
it was still swords and shields period, but there might have already by the
Six.
by this time period. I think there were already some guns. It's just they weren't like widespread and very easy to
So we're
have.
600 years on, but there are skeletal remains still, right?
Yes. At
can I
this
do a
point
quick...
in time, like if depending on the vampire, it could have died and could have left something. And the thing is, if they were newer vampires that died at the time, they would have left bones and anyway stuff too.
As I'm walking down the hallway, I'm gonna just do quick checks of the skulls, see if I see any fangs on any of them.
Not anything that's actually noticeable, unfortunately.
All looks like human teeth.
It does.
Okay, keep going down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll check around, see if any of the swords and shields and everything are in particularly good shape.
All of them seem rusty, broken, like they've been sitting here for long periods of time.
Okay. Any that would be acceptable donations to a museum?
Maybe a few if they were like looking enough shape that they could be fixed up.
Okay. I'll point those out for Dawn.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
So Dawn will be taking some stuff. The hallway goes for maybe about 100 feet before it's your. In front of you is a massive stone door with some kind of like inscriptions on either door, which you can't really make out. It's not anything you recognize.
Okay.
Language-wise.
Can I tell what the base languages in terms of like Cyrillic or Latin characters or?
Give me intelligence. Then it doesn't seem to be like Latin letters or anything like that. So not easy like
It's mostly like you know how there's the Latin alphabet which we use. There's Cyrillic alphabet. There's what's the one Muslims use? But that type of thing. If I can see, just what type of
alphabet
characters?
Yeah. Okay. Roll me intelligence. Just roll me straight intelligence, and we'll see how that goes. Okay. You're not quite sure what it is, but it looks. I wouldn't call it Middle Eastern. I'd call it like ancient Middle Eastern, maybe relating to Persian or Babylonian or something.
Okay. Something ancient, something Middle Eastern.
Yes. But I mean, like,
That's a
really,
step.
really ancient, so.
Dawn emerges. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
While Nathan
love it.
follows along behind her going, Nathan is actually the donkey.
So you just put him in full plate and put lances over his shoulder. And you see him, like, kind of go... and you see just Dawn, like, lift him up, throw her over his shoulder, because it's just so
He
easy.
continues.
Message for you, sir. Alright, so, after we find, like, a few things, if he's not, like, coming back and not doing anything, I figure we'll follow cautiously, but along behind.
Dawn's slightly noisier because she's carrying so much shit.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try and see if I can move the doors in the slightest. Can I figure out which way they swing?
They look like they swing in.
Okay. Try and put pressure.
Okay. It
See if I can
moves
get
a
them to
little
move.
bit.
They do move a bit.
They do move a bit.
Put more pressure. Push hard on these doors. Try and force them open.
Don't worry, Dawn is here.
I guess you could say that those doors are under pressure.
Dun, 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 dun,
Pressure.
dun, 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 under pressure. I can't actually remember how that song goes in the slightest.
I can't really either.
Because there's another song that uses the same, like, not
Oh
the same
no,
melody, but...
Vanilla Ice's is very, very different. There's one extra note in the bass line.
That's what it is. Do you think he just ripped it from that? Because it really feels like he did. Similar to be circumstance.
I have a Rifts character in a friend's game who studies the great ancient poet.
Oh. I'm pushing the door open
Okay. Within the door
where I can take a peek through.
is a interesting sight. There is a strange blue flame that seems to be just going in the back. You see it, yet you don't feel fear from it. Within it is a massive, what appears to be some kind of ritual circle in the center of here. You can see more of the bodies in the battle seem to have been here. And in the back, kind of would best be impaled into the wall is just like a body sitting there with something through its chest.
What shape is the room? Is it like circular, square? Are there any other entrances or
Large
exits?
square room.
Large square room.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a battle here. There's bodies laying around. There's a blue fire in the back.
Yeah.
Do I see any other doors?
No, you don't see anything.
All right. I'm gonna walk up towards the fire.
Okay.
Just take a closer look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of surprised.
Yeah. It's a strange just blue light.
Do I feel heat off of it?
No.
Are there any scraps of cloth on any of these bodies?
Everything seems kind of destroyed.
I'm gonna tear a bit of my shirt off from the sleeve
Okay.
and throw it in the fire. See what happens.
It kind of hits the flyer and then just kind of burns away.
Okay. Are there any more sword blades here?
Ones that seem to be as a result of these bodies that are all around.
All right, I'm gonna pick up one of the broken swords and hold it in the flame for a second and see if it heats up.
Nothing seems to be happening. The it doesn't seem to be necessarily like getting hot.
Even if I touch the blade, any effect?
It
Like pull it out of the fire and touch it?
Yeah, it feels strange. Like it's kind of hot, but not.
I'm gonna reach my non-demon arm forward
Okay.
and kind of just put my hand up close to the flame. Anything.
You feel like a tingling in your hand that's starting to get like unpleasant, I'll say, the longer you have it in there.
But no damage.
Not right away. You feel as though like it'd be like holding it over a flame of like in normal like now. You could have it there for a little bit, but then you kind of pull it away because you feel like maybe it would burn you.
I'm gonna put my demon arm near it, but not in it, and see if it reacts.
It's the same kind of thing.
Oh, okay. All right, well, let's. I'm gonna go check out the body impaled in the wall then. Also, call them over and, I guess, because now I'm no longer mystified by this weird blue flame.
Yeah.
Hey
Okay.
guys, look what I found.
You guys can come in. It's safe.
Look what
Thank-
I found. It's covered in armor.
It's a little weird.
That's unusual.
And
You
yeah, I'm just
touched
gonna.
it?
Sort of.
Nice.
I like brushed it with my hand. Not scared of it. Didn't hurt. Felt weird.
So what's actually in the flame? What's inside of it?
It's just blue. You can't really see into it deeper.
Is it just like sitting in a brazier, or
It's just sitting in like a brazier.
is it... And there's no fuel or anything? It's just going.
Just going.
All right. Well then, yeah, I'm gonna check out this body impaled in the wall. I guess. Take a look at what's stuck through him. Maybe what's keeping him pinned.
It seems to be a large, like, maybe wooden lance.
All right.
Is it impaled through his heart?
Yes.
And it is a skeleton, not.
No, it's just a body.
Oh, it's a.
Check the teeth.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the teeth. Now that I totally thought this was a skeleton. Okay, this is an actual body that is
Yes.
like flesh and everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then yeah, I'm absolutely checking the teeth. I didn't pay this any attention before. I thought it was. Oh, crap. I'm gonna check the thing's teeth.
Yep. It looks as though it is vampire.
Goody. How's it dressed?
Just like the old, like the body is almost like, looks like almost emaciated. You know, it's been here for quite some time. The clothes are ratty. They look like they've been just like medieval garb.
All right.
Dawn, can you shine your flashlight up there?
Yep.
Take a picture of it.
In fact, I'll get a few. Leslie, could you hold the... turn your face away. Oh, wait,
All
you
right,
won't show up. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Hold the lip up.
I'm just going to hold, like, the mouth open, and I can't be seen in the picture.
Looks
Yeah, we're
like
just
someone
taking
with
now
fangs.
selfies with the body.
I'm going to stand right in front of it. Nathan, take a picture.
Looks like someone with fangs.
Yeah, but I just took a
Takes a
selfie with
selfie.
it.
Yeah, I'm not taking a selfie with it too. Dawn doesn't quite realize that we won't see Leslie in the picture, and she looks at it and is like, what?
Don, come here. Don, come here. Put your arm over my shoulder. Nathan, take a picture.
I think that might be a bad idea.
Oh,
Why?
Masquerade and also Dawn, anyone who takes a picture with an ancient vampire becomes very interesting to a lot of people you might not want to be interested in you.
I won't post it
Hence-
anywhere.
Do you remember
it's
what
hard to tell,
Samuel
but
is
this
capable of
person
doing?
looks to be female, I will say.
Oh. I'm going to put my arm over its shoulders. Nathan, take a picture.
Okay, Dawn.
Okay.
It's not that I think you will post it anywhere. It's that I know people who are significantly better than you or I, or Samuel, at getting into other people's things.
Oh, don't tell Samuel that.
No, I won't tell Samuel
Okay,
that.
good.
Let's
He'll be
something
real
fun.
mad at
You
us.
actually could use these pictures, and I could just be in the picture, and no one will have a clue. He's having a great time with this.
All right, now we need to
Yes,
find
back
this
to
sword
business.
and leave.
Do we want to find out? Think it's a bad idea if we, tie him up and then unstake him?
Let's
Feel
see.
like we
This could
die
be a valuable
immediately.
source. It
Could be a valuable source of information, or it could eat us because it's starved, or it could be so incredibly powerful because it's from the 1400s that it will just crush our minds with a thought. I'm not entirely sure, and we are not here to acquire a vampire. We are here to acquire a sword.
We do need information. We have no idea where the sword is. This is the only
That-
thing we found.
Is true.
Can we do a quick investigation in the room, see if there's any... Because, this is the end of the hallway. This is where,
Yes,
the
this is where it
tunnel
goes.
and everything led to.
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to do a quick investigation in the room.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
we're
Or,
gonna look
not a
around.
quick one, like a detailed one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you kind of can see that it looks like there's something happened here. Like, none of you have enough knowledge of the kind of rituals that might have been made here and the ancient sorcery that could have been used. But it looks as though there was some kind of ritual here. Dawn notices something incredibly important. At the center of the place, there is a strange little indentation, which she realizes could hold a sword into it.
Look. I've done it. I found where it should
When
be.
she mentions that, the rest of you kind of become to realize that maybe this is where the codonic sorcery was embedded into the blade.
Interesting.
Where the swords were created.
I'm gonna take more pictures around the area, making sure not to put any of us, except for,
Sure.
Leslie, in them.
Yeah. You can use Leslie to hold up stuff and things like that.
Yeah, actually, that's perfect.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Decision time. Dawn, do
Yeah.
we take the lance out?
Ooh, do we have any chains or anything? I feel like chains is the best way to tie this thing down.
I feel like there are two options.
Okay.
We don't have any chains, as far as I'm aware. There were no chains that we could find, correct?
None that were in this area, at least.
Okay. Either it's powerful enough that chains wouldn't matter,
There.
True.
and it likes us, in which case we shouldn't put chains on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like.
Or
I
it's
understand.
powerful enough that chains wouldn't matter, and it doesn't like us, in which case we're dead.
True.
I'm already halfway there.
If it's not powerful enough to break the chains, and it likes us, it will no longer like us, we will not get any information. If it doesn't like us and it's in chains, and it's not powerful enough to break out of them, it probably will still take quite a bit of effort to get the information. I feel our best bet, if we are going to take that lance out, is no chains.
Okay. I feel like I should probably hold the lance.
I
Or at
feel
least have
like
it near me.
It might be a good idea for you to hold the body.
I'll hold the body then. Okay.
Preferably from behind.
I mean, it's lanced to the wall, correct? Like, there's
I mean,
no
that's only one
behind
point of
it.
connection. You can still, like... As soon as we pull the lance out, it's gonna slump. She could
Right.
catch and hold it.
And make sure that you catch and hold it delicately,
Okay. I can do
But-
nice.
but
Nice is-
firmly. Because it
Yeah.
might also be, ooh, we should probably bring a body down here.
Ooh.
Not bad.
Because I don't want it to eat any of us.
Yeah.
You will a vampire that has been asleep for long periods of time will require blood
Right.
in order to awaken. So
Why
you
does
would
he
have
hold
to
the
give
dead
it blood
mooks?
if it would be to awaken. Even if you remove it from there, more than likely it has probably been in some kind of torpor for a long period of time.
Do we have any... Does
We have
anyone
hunters.
a bottle?
like
I don't
the
believe
hunters.
so, but we do have hunters.
We do, but we need to get blood into it in the first place, and I don't feel like sticking my arm right up against its mouth.
No, we would
I
stick
don't-
the hunter's
yeah,
arm
you
right
would
up
be able
against
to.
its mouth.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could just like pour blood down its mouth once you get it off the wall.
See, that's what I was thinking, is pour blood into its mouth
Yeah,
beforehand.
like it doesn't suck blood, so you're just like sticking an arm into a mouth.
Well, you cut
No,
it first.
no, you could cut the arm,
Yeah.
Then yeah.
and then
Yeah, I
as it
wanna
starts
keep
to
it
awaken, it will go
far
for the
away from
first
it.
thing nearest by, which would be the arm of the thing we care least about.
Yeah, I am real mad at those hunters. So.
Yeah, I guess we go up, get the dead goons and the two hunters, bring them all down here.
Okay.
Give it a nice little pile to feed from.
He might really like, well, she might really like.
I
it.
mean, perhaps we should leave some of them further back so that it can only get a little bit at a
Yeah.
time. Just in case it doesn't like us, theoretically that will give us the best chance of being able to escape with our lives and or kill it or whatever.
But if it, we also, on the other hand, if it wakes up in its frenzies,
Well, again, that is why we have Dawn, and that is why we do not give it very much blood.
fair enough. Alright, yeah. We'll go back upstairs, bring, at least Dawn and I will. We'll go up, get the bodies,
Okay.
bring them back down here.
Okay.
What was that look?
Oh, it's like thinking it.
I imagine he's thinking about how much time this is taking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So how are you going about this?
Oh, I very much... what languages do you know again?
German, Russian, and English. And a little
Oh.
bit of Romanian now.
Let's hope that one of those will do.
Have we got signal down here? Because like Google Translate could help.
You do
I
not.
imagine
You
if we had
certainly-
difficult signal
certainly
upstairs-
do not. Under the
Yeah.
mountain, no.
And I don't know how
Worth
well it would
checking.
Google Translate would work with possibly ancient Middle Eastern.
I mean,
Mhm.
better than us.
Well, this one might not be Middle Eastern, this one might be Germanic, or,
Could be,
Middle-
could
or,
be.
Eastern European, or, for that matter, just about anything.
Alright. So, who wants to hold the bleeding body above it?
Wait. I'm double checking. Dawn,
Mhm.
what do you think? Should we do it?
Yeah,
I mean, we brought the bodies
Alright.
down.
I got a sword. I'm good.
All right.
A rusted sword.
Hey, I got away from a werewolf motherfucker thing with with a sword last time. It was great.
And I have got my gun out.
Yeah.
I guess...
And I am just going to aim at its head, 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 aim at its head. I think I can get a maximum of 3 bonus dice to that using aim. Just
Perhaps
in
that's
case.
for you to stand behind it then. Out
I
of its
mean,
line of
yeah,
sight.
against the wall, as much out of sight as possible. But yeah, safety off, aimed, ready to shoot it if it starts attacking either Dawn or Leslie.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Aiming, etc.
Dawn,
Alright.
I guess.
So, getting the body down, and then giving the body at least some blood from one of
Yeah.
the hunters.
Dawn's gonna catch it as it falls down. I'll pull the lance out of its chest.
Mhm.
And then, well, I guess first step, does it wake up when we pull the lance out?
Nope.
Okay. Let's move it further into the room so that Nathan can get right behind it.
Mhm.
Like, very much out of its vision.
Mhm.
We'll put the rest of the bodies, say, by the door.
Mhm.
Anyone object to this?
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe outside the door. Out of easy sight.
I'd rather have them in sight in case it does frenzy. Hopefully it sees them and goes for it and not me.
Well, presumably it would go for the body right in front of it first.
But once it finishes that one. Because this guy's dead.
How long
I don't
does
know
it
how much
take to
blood he's already
drain?
lost.
How long does it take to drain a body of blood?
Didn't take me long when I was
That's
in the
100.
bar. I went through those people pretty quickly.
The lance of shortness. Nice.
Okay. Who are you draining into this person?
Jesus or eyes?
And are you completely draining them? How are you doing this?
Well, no, we're just gonna, maybe we
Cut
should
into the
Let him
palm?
bleed into
maybe
him,
one of the
yeah.
mooks first. One of the dead mooks.
Mm-hmm.
Cut into the palm. It's not immediately life-threatening.
All right, that works. In that case, which one is the more dangerous of the two if they somehow end up fighting back? Probably Mr. Gaze into your soul. Actually, yeah, because he can ward.
Yeah, Lord with annoying.
On the other hand, Jesus can make it hard for us to attack him. So, yeah, we'll go with Lightbulb, dude.
Okay.
Any objections? No?
No.
All right. Nathan is behind this body, aiming at its head.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn is behind it as well, holding it.
Holding
With
his
her head
shoulders.
out of the way of his
Yeah,
shot.
shoulders.
I'm going to... Dawn, do you mind just holding its mouth open?
Yep.
Thanks. I'm going to cut Lightbulb Man's
Okay.
hand and let
Okay.
it
So
drip into its mouth.
the good news is, which I just kind of like looked up, and I'm going along with it. You could get blood from a corpse, but it depends on how fresh it is.
These are pretty fresh.
Like, it's
Seconds or minutes, I believe.
like minutes perfect. Like maybe up to an hour, still 1 for 1, or maybe like half an hour, 1 for 1. After that, it starts getting worse until you
mean,
have to
we're
drink
still-
a lot of blood for just a little bit of blood points.
This hasn't taken much time since our fight.
Yeah,
It's mostly went upstairs,
yeah.
had the conversation.
it's
conversations
but it's
easy.
maybe been like an hour or two at this point in time.
All right.
Yeah, because
I mean,
we had
still-
to have the conversation,
Take care of
and
this.
we also had to move the pile of rocks.
Yeah.
Still better than
I
nothing.
imagine it took a
Yeah.
while.
Oh no, so
Yeah.
you could use some of the blood from the corpses. There's not a lot left in them because you shot them full of holes, but there's still some left.
Maybe we should drink from the corpses ahead of time. Leave the live ones for it.
Mm,
Do you feel like
Yeah.
you need any blood?
that would give it a
Or,
smooth...
wait, you can't get any
Cool.
blood from them, right?
No, because they're very dead and can't be paid.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess Dawn and I will drink from the two corpses.
Okay.
Leslie still not knowing he can't use his powers.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a good point.
Yeah.
We don't know
We
this
don't
though.
No. I'm talking about what Rose said.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first time he drinks of one of our bloods, that forms the first part of the blood bond.
Yeah, that's why we're not giving it our blood.
Do it. Do it.
Unless
I
you
wanna
want to.
get
Nathan.
back.
If
Nope.
you want this thing blood
Nope.
to you.
Nope.
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 All right, Tantus, how much blood can Dawn and I get from the 3 mooks?
Just-
From the
2 mooks, 3 mooks.
The 2 mooks.
2 mooks?
Oh no! Well, you never. Well, I mean, you actually never went after the third one. The one that jumped off the thing. You never went after
You
him.
left him.
You left him.
No. We said somebody needed to check on him.
And that's all
Yeah,
you said.
let's just say somebody
You
went
just
and
left him.
checked.
No, you guys talked about it, but then got distracted by the cars.
Alright, how much blood can Don and I get from the 2 mooks?
You can each get, let's say 2. They still have an okay amount of blood left in them, but it's not good blood.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's do it.
It tastes awful, but it's there.
It'll do. I'm gonna...
That guy
slice
did
Light Bulb down.
live, but he couldn't move very... He's good, but he's had a lot of time to crawl down a mountain, horribly crippled.
Yeah,
Let's hope he's not Ventru.
Yeah.
Or she is not Ventru.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Alright. Cut Lightbulb Man's hand, hold it over the torpor vampire.
Yeah, give some blood to it. Okay, so will you go until Lightbulb Man is dead, or you will try to keep Lightbulb Man alive?
Try to keep
I'd
him
still
alive
have to
and
suffer
see how they're
humanity
doing.
check, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I mean, ideally we'd drop a little bit in, see if it works.
Yeah.
Drop
And
a
then
little
keep
bit more in,
checking,
see
yeah.
if it works.
So you're gonna drop like a blood point in. All right.
Yes.
So you drop like a little bit blood in, kind of close up the wound on Lightbulb Man, kind of drop him to the side, kind of step back for a second, and
his feet are still tied, his eyes are still blindfolded, and he's still gagged, right?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And presumably, and actually, hands are still tied too, because we just have to cut
Yes.
and drip.
So why don't we take our other break here and we can find out what happens.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm good at that. So
Rose, I don't want this thing blood bonded to me.
be back in a couple
Not
of minutes.
remotely.
Get a drink if you need it, get a snack if you need it, go to the bathroom if you need it. We'll be back.
Sit on the edge of your seat and pray if you need it.
We'll see what happens.
And thus the series ended, with them all dying to an ancient vampire.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
Okay, but we'll be back in a couple of minutes and we'll see you then. So bye, folks.